dust and grass flying everywhere with that weight purpose he gets airborne. The A380 can also be powered by Rolls-Royce Trent 900 engines. Range round about 8,500 miles. Now look at that. iFlyA380.com.
Okay, I'm going to go 100 million, getting up to 130 passengers already.
So the 380 touching down. Do hope so. Anyway, the 380 going back to the far right of the runway to be pushed back into the parking bay that you'll be able to have a closer look at. Launched back in 1992, supported by the nations of Belgium, France, Germany, Portugal, Spain and Turkey. Speed of the look of the weight behind the smoke stirred around with the drag of the weight from the pitch. It's not a very big aeroplane, but you can see the swirl as it push back down, full arm roll. Pilots looking out the side, taking the angles. They've got a wire coat hanger on the wing tip. Those ones left over yesterday. Into a series of tumbles, flips, end over end, side over side. It's a very tough aircraft, a bit special. Well, you see the aircraft starting to run in now, led by two SE-5A fighter aircraft, an aircraft actually designed here at Farnborough. And in fact, if you look right to the very far right-hand end of the flight line, you'll see the black shed where the very first prototype of those aircraft was assembled back in 1916, 1917. Behind that, two Junkers trench straighters, and diving in underneath, the first of three triplanes. An aeroplane was designed to celebrate birthday this year, the Sopwith triplane, followed by the German equivalent, the Farnborough designed aircraft in just a moment. Meanwhile, running round for an opposition pass, we've got the Fokker DR1 running right to left, and the Sopwith triplane and the second Fokker triplane running in left to right. See the turning dogfight, as it became known, the circle of virtue or the circle of hell, depending on how you looked upon it. The reason for that was the aircraft's top speeds were all pretty much the same. All these aircraft flown for fun by their pilots and owners. We actually have a total of 11 potential aircraft, but unfortunately one or two of the types here, because they're very authentic to the original First World War performance, couldn't meet the new CAA requirements for climbing to minimum altitudes at different ends of the display line. And you'll notice we're actually keeping well away from the houses of Farnborough town at one end of the display line, again to meet those requirements. And it was actually one of the challenges that we had, was to try and match all those aircraft up. As one of the Junkers making a final slow pass now with the smoke on, you can see the rear gunner in the back to cover the tail of the aircraft. You'll find that it makes the fabric a lot lighter, but it's not quite so weatherproof. When these aircraft were flying in the First World War, they were out of months in the case of these aircraft. So running a slightly more engine in the aircraft makes it greatly improved. Ludwig Beckmann actually survived the First World War and went on to command a Junkers 52 squadron. Now's your chance. Give them a wave, ladies and gentlemen, and Navy. That is incredibly close and accurate, all the way down the display line.
These are very lovely aeroplanes to fly. Indeed, that shape, plan view, is very reminiscent of that of an aircraft that we're going to get later. They've just joined us in the commentary position. And the blades. Probably for a brake left and right, let's pull up to brake. There we go. Midfield, Peter Wells, Tim Lee, team leader Christoph. You can still land on wheels around.
That not cause a little bit of extra drag?
Yes, right. But it's rounded, it's not square.
As the aircraft approaches the ground line, and do a 360-degree turn. Showing us the other side of the airplane. You see at the back the spray bars. There's a cylindrical bar there. There's many spray jets down the side of that bar. You can't think at the moment to spray water, but spray dispersal from that into the outer compartment, and that shuts down the system when we return home. Just that completing this 360 turn. Fluff and then set down. The phones I'll be sitting forward, looking forward, making sure the airplane doesn't turn low. And so here comes, descending down now, spray on, and like I say, about 1,000 litres a minute there. In normal operation there'll be the dispersal stage.
Hours under his belt, and he's pulled up now into the Lokshavak, which is a Czechoslovakian name for headache or hangover. Two twinkle rolls. Now the aileron 350 nautical miles and can reach speeds of 220 miles an hour. Team are coming across now for the box bend, past for Crazy. For those of you who use social smoke, goes on as they go into the loop. And this is insane. Approaching now for the blade break. This is our signature move.
Super Hornet halfway through. positioning, I believe, from half Cuba 8. Low speed path at about 100 knots, ground speed, drifting down. At the end, will be encouraging. Used to use an awful lot of the runway and didn't really have the efficient undercarriage and braking systems they have now. Here's the touchdown. That the pilot really doesn't feel because of the spring loading of Super on it. What an amazing one.
You also see doors at the rear of the aircraft which open to allow the main engine exhaust nozzle, which is manufactured by Rolls-Royce and Bristol, to rotate downward.
It is hard work and quite exciting starting the engine of the Swordfish, because you've got this huge great flywheel that 2 or 3 of you start cranking up until you're going as fast as you possibly can and you've got no energy left. they let the clutch out, and then hopefully it cranks the engine around the start, so you have to start it all over again. And you're actually quite close to the top when you do it. During the Second World War, Swordfish aircraft accounted for the sinking of over 300,000 tons of enemy shipping, more than any other single Allied aircraft. As they come through, the crew in the back will be standing to the salute as they fly the Royal Naval White Ensign. Wave as they go past. Wave from the Royal Naval historic flight down at HMS Herod down at Yeovil, Royal Naval Air Station Yeovil. (9,816) went to the United States Army Air Force, and here is the B-25. Beautiful. Japanese targets in New Guinea and the Philippines, operating in some cases from concealed airstrips in the Philippines themselves. It was in April 1942 that 16 B-25s made an epic raid on Tokyo.
Contact, small on fire. Wait out. The Apache are now breaking into a wheel. This manoeuvre is operationally used to allow the optics and the 30mm cannon to be constantly positioned onto the target in the centre of the wheel and allows for rapid engagements if required.
0. Further enemy sighted. Engaging with 30mm.
Down for the horizontal, giving the crew a good field of view to confirm the destruction of the target. Get your cameras at the ready, ladies and gentlemen. This gunship approaches crowd centre to carry out a new manoeuvre for the 2016 season, known as the corkscrew. This sees the aircraft pitch 90 degrees nose up, rapidly reposition back into the hover, do a 180 degree spot turn, and then exit 90 degrees nose down. This manoeuvre shows the immense agility of the 10-ton aircraft. It's probably one of the most difficult to fly, I can assure you. As you can see, they're now exiting the corkscrew and they're going to perform a 360-degree quick stop to arrive in the hover. The Apache has 4 weapon stations on its pylons. The aircraft can be fitted with either CLV-7 rocket pods, Hellfire missile launchers, or external fuel tanks. As you can see today, the gunship have opted for a mixture of rocket and Hellfire missiles. Each rocket pod houses up to 19 rockets, and the missile launchers can carry 4 missiles each. Both the rockets and missiles can be fired after a ring of amazing hover performance. The 2 engines each produce 2,300 shaft horsepower. This gives the Apache more power than 4 Formula 1 race cars. The pilots are aided with the helmet-mounted monocle, which displays important flight information to the pilot, whilst allowing them to keep their eyes out the window. If you look at the top of the helicopter, you can see its fire control radar dome mounted above the main rotor blades. The radar is able to scan out to 8 kilometers and detect up to 1,024 targets, prioritize them, and provide 16 simultaneous firing solutions through the aircraft's weapons processor.
fully kitted up. Typhoon providing the Air Force the highly capable, extremely agile, multi-role combat aircraft. A bit of spray today demonstrates Typhoon. Weapon 6. Maneuverability of the wing system. Those engines, just over 20,000 pounds of thrust each, with afterburner. Aircraft controls are inboard and outboard flaperons on the trailing edge that delta to the rudder and the all-moving foreplanes, occasionally below the windscreen all including the AIM-120s of Aegis, Sidewinder missiles for air-to-air, Brimstone, Taurus, Storm Shadow and Payway munitions for air-to-surface, rolling pilot's workload, of which I approve. That looks like a positive turn. Typhoon going through all sorts of upgrades continuously, available as a single seat or two-seat version, two seats just as capable of combat. In-flight refueling is capable. Also can carry up to 3 external tanks on wet arm. Gear is extended. Drifting through, surely to kick in the power of the Jet 200. Smile and enjoy. This Catalina painted to represent Miss Pickup, which was one of the United States Army Air Force Catalinas based in Suffolk. Now if you're really pushing it max speed around about 179 miles an hour, so probably about 150 probably cruising speed.